Yo, what it do, YouTube IG family? It's your boy Echo Barrage, aka Josh Gambino, depending which platform you're on. But it's been a while. I haven't uploaded a video in over 2 months. I've been drained with school and homework and all that good stuff that comes with being a student, having no time to do anything, not even barely able to stream and whatnot. So I'll do this video. It's gonna be about a week late because obviously finals was last week and can't cram it all into one. But I'm a little late, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways because that's how I roll. So the Game Awards was last week. I'm not gonna talk about the Game Awards. We all know who got the awards, who was nominated, and all that stuff. So I won't get into depth about it. I'm glad that Death Stranding didn't win Game of the Year. I told y'all, if it won Game of the Year, I was gonna riot. It didn't win. So, not because I hate the game, because the game did not deserve Game of the Year. Just saying. But Sekiro won Game of the Year. I personally voted for Resident Evil 2, the remake. I think that game deserved Game of the Year, despite being a remake, but it's pretty much feel like a brand new game. So I feel like it deserved Game of the Year. I don't think Resident Evil 2 won any awards this time around. I don't know, which is kind of crazy. But something special happened at the Game Awards. Something intriguing was revealed at the Game Awards, and it had everyone up in storm, talking about, oh snap, damn, they beat Sony to the punch. They ain't playing games this time around. Ironic, right? You'll see why. So, Jeff Keighley had a hard on because Microsoft was like, yo, let's reveal our console at your award show, since everyone's gonna be watching it and whatnot. So they revealed the next gen Xbox. The Scarlet or the Anaconda, whichever one. That one was code named, unless Anaconda and Scarlet is the same machine. I don't know. These code names be confusing. But they revealed the next Xbox. What's it called? It's Xbox Series X. XSX. This shit is mad confusing. I'm not gonna say, yo, can I get that XSX? It sounds like I'm trying to get a fucking porno video or something. XSX is way too much. There's too much S's going on. No one's gonna say that. No one's gonna say, can I get that Series X? They're just gonna say, can I get that Xbox? That's pretty much, even with Xbox One, I want you to say, yo, can I get the Xbox? You know what I mean? But it turns out that the name of the next gen machine is just called the Xbox. So they kind of went back in time and just called it the Xbox. I don't understand. So the last machine, the Xbox One, you'd be like, oh, it's the first. No, it's not. And then this one's the Xbox. So you're like, the original Xbox is just called Xbox. It's confusing. But I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to have, backwards compatibility through all Xboxes. So technically all three, I guess 4 machines now, it's just Xbox. And it's going to be future-proof. So it'll be able to play, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to play future games. I don't know. But, they're trying to have a whole library of Xbox games going forward. That way you never have to, like, oh, I can't play my old games because I don't have the old Xbox. Kind of like back in the day when the PS3, the first wave of PS3s can play PS2 games. Now in order to play PS3 games and PS2, you have to go to PlayStation Now. It's a whole other deal. PlayStation Now is kind of trash, latency and all that good stuff. But maybe it'll get better throughout the future. So the next Xbox is Series X. I personally think the game is stupid, but the way Phil Spencer explained is that the next machine is called Xbox, but the first version they're releasing is Series X. They're gonna have a bunch of series of Xboxes, I guess. So Series X is the first one. There's gonna be a Series S, obviously, slimmer and all that good stuff. I think this version they're gonna have 2 versions too. I think the X is the premium, which is like the Xbox One X, and they're gonna have another version which is like on par with the Xbox One S. It's not gonna be more powerful than the X either. That's gonna be for like casuals, No disc drive. It's just I ain't got the budget to pay for a premium product. I pay 200, 250, and still get to play those games, but with less fidelity. Um, which I think is pretty cool. You're not gonna lie. It's definitely gonna hurt Sony if their console's like $600, $500. Then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just go get this cheap ass Xbox right here that plays all these fucking games. That might be it. But if Microsoft does not have games for, I'm gonna call it Scarlet. Fuck that. For the Scarlet, for the next Xbox, it's gonna be in the same. We're gonna be in the same boat that we are right now. You know what I mean? Like they have the most powerful machine, but they ain't got the games to back it up. Like Gears 5 was a powerhouse, but the multiplayer was basura. Story mode was pretty good. I enjoyed it. The multiplayer is booty. Multiplayer is what gives a game legs. So no one's. People are still playing, but the numbers aren't there when they were at launch. So if they don't bring the games, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, you got the xCloud, you can play your games on any device. Xbox games are going to be on Game Pass day one, which means they'll be on PC too day one, because they promised that. I'll be mad if they don't give me next gen Xbox games day one on PC. I'll be pissed off. But so if they bring the games, then they'll give Sony a run for the money. I think they're gonna bring the games because, let's be real, this generation for Xbox has been really bad. And when Phil Spencer took over, everyone assumed that we're gonna get all these games. But I honestly believe Phil Spencer abandoned the Xbox One. He just did what he could to have it thrive, so to speak. But I think he's just like, you know what, we're gonna do our best to keep the Xbox One alive, but we're gonna put all our chips into next gen. And I think that's what he's doing. That's why he's setting up xCloud, Game Pass, all these studios he's been buying out. So all those studios are gonna make games for Xbox exclusively. So Microsoft. So we should be getting some games, like some good games, hopefully. Because after whatever that thing was called, that direct, what is that, Inside Xbox, some shit like that, where it was like a 1 hour event, 1.5 hour event, where it's like they just showed a bunch of games, and it was like, this is some bullshit ass games. Yeah, you wanna know why there's some bullshit ass games? Because they were all I wouldn't say mediocre, but they lack power. You know what I mean? And this thing is just all kinds of bugging. This light is ridiculous. There we go. So it lacked in power. The art style were all similar. It's like they just took the art style and just gave it to every fucking developer. It's like, here, just give me this art style. So I think they were just dumping out the games that no one's gonna really buy a machine for, and just you know what, let's just throw these out now, and then later on in the future we'll show our big hitters. So at Game Awards they show Hellblade 2. That game, I mean, it's an engine, but I don't think it's real time. It looked too good, but who knows what next gen's gonna look like. But Hellblade looked really good. The first Hellblade was a great looking game, and that was an indie game. So imagine Hellblade 2 backed by a AAA budget. It's gonna look amazing. Hopefully Halo Infinite looks great, and it is a good game too. I hope we're gonna have another fucking Forza, of course. But Forza's always looked really, really good. But I want new games that look good, that look like the machine is a beast. That's the kind of games I want to see on Xbox. If you look at PlayStation, they got Spider-Man, God of War, Bloodborne, Detroit. It's not exclusive anymore, but Detroit, Horizon. I think Horizon is one of the best looking games this generation overall, because just look at the scale of it and look how good it looked. So I think that was really good. God of War looked amazing, but the thing with God of War is that the models looked good, but the surrounding areas look fucking trash. They focus on the models heavily. That's why it was so detailed. That's why Kratos looked so detailed. They were able to have all these moving pieces and stuff like that, because they prioritized the 3D model, the character models over the environment, which is kind of what you should do. So if Microsoft can do that first wave, at launch, they got all these powerhouse games coming out. If they got at least 3-4 games at launch that look amazing, that damn, I want to fucking buy that game, and the gameplay is great, man, Sony gotta watch their back. Definitely gonna watch it back. I think they're doing the whole Nintendo thing where they're trying to release one game a month for the first year. So if they do that, that's gonna help them too, cause Xbox has a reputation that ain't got no games. You just got no games, and this thing is still bugging. Got no games, bruh. So if they come up like, yo, we got games, and we got a powerhouse, we got a big ass, beefy ass machine. So things are looking good up for Microsoft. I think it's gonna put pressure on Sony, seeing how they revealed it this early. So Sony, you might see Sony reveal their PlayStation 5 a little earlier than when they expected it to show. They probably would have showed it at E3. They might show a little earlier. Just be like, yo, don't forget about us. Look at our PS5. This is what we're bringing to the table, and we'll see if it's on par with the Scarlet, or if it's gonna be weaker or more powerful. We'll see. Most likely it's gonna be equal in power, which is a little bit like, it's not gonna be like PS5 Wii. It's gonna be like, PS5 Xbox, like gonna be just right there, heading each other on. So I think that's what's gonna be, how it's gonna be power wise. Oh yeah, and the look of it, this thing looks like a fucking PC. It looks like a mini ATX tower. I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty good. It's not as big as everyone assumes to be, but I like what they did with it, with the fan, the vents being on top, and you got all that heat just coming up. You could lay it sideways, but I don't want to do that because heat rises. So if you have it standing straight like this, like vertically, heat will go up, and you got the heat sink at the bottom, and the fan just blowing air upward, so it keeps the machine a lot cooler. If it sounds like, it looks and sounds like it's gonna be a more quieter machine, so I'm happy because my PlayStation 4 Pro is loud. That shit sounds like it's about to take off into space. Like, PS4 Pro is not quiet at all. So the quieter the better, you know what I mean, and the less annoying it'll be. Unless you like white noise and shit, you turn that thing on, you go to sleep and whatnot. But I like the overall look of it. The memes are funny as hell, like the refrigerator, the vacuum cleaner. They got one where it had Phil Spencer holding the Xbox and it looked like a bazooka. That was funny. They need to make that happen in Halo. Make that Xbox a skin and have it like a fucking rocket launcher. That should be fucking dope. But I just going off for 12 minutes. I rambled along way too long. But those are my thoughts on the Xbox Series X. I think Sony needs to bring their A game. They're gonna bring their A game too, but I hope they don't get cocky like they did from PS2 to PS3. Hope they stay, because they're kicking the ass right now. But hope they stay level-headed and they'll be like, yo, we got this. We'll just sell it for $600 and niggas will still buy it because they bought an Xbox One X for $500. Don't start like that, so, and then you'll dig yourself to the grave. So those are my thoughts on Xbox Series X, Scarlet, Anaconda, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Xbox. I think it's gonna be great. Next gen next year is gonna be a pretty good year for gaming. A lot of good games coming out, new machines coming out. E3 is definitely gonna be better next year because obviously when a new machine gets announced, and they show it off at E3, that's usually the best E3 of the generation. So looking forward to that. This is Echo Barrage, aka Josh Gambino, depending on which platform you're on. Signing out. I'll talk to you later. Deuces.